Do you remember that quote from the original Avengers? OG Tom Hiddleston's hanging out in Germany, and the older man says to him, we're not going to kneel, not to men like you. There are no men like me. There are always men like you. What if we built our society this way? Like, what if we built the world knowing that there's always going to be insecure would-be dictators who will do whatever they can to seize power? And forget your politics for a second and just imagine we went full Scandinavian. I'm talking like paid time off for mothers and for fathers. I'm talking higher minimum wage that kept up with inflation, like $22 an hour. I'm talking higher education becomes free because we need it now. It's not really higher education, it's like necessary education for the information economy. We do all the things that raise the floor. They raise the social safety net. What would happen? Okay, we can bring the politics back because I think some people fear that if we do this, that it would somehow break hierarchy. There just would be no concept of hierarchy anymore, and we live in a socialist utopia. No, that's not what would happen, because there will always be Lokis. There will always be Elon Musk's and Jeff Bezos's and Donald Trump's and people who just want power and will just go for it, and they will use legal and illegal means to exploit others to make that happen. Lobbyists are still going to lobby Congress to change the laws so that there's pounds of government cheese hanging out in caves. The oil lobby's going to exert pressure on people, and so they're going to have unequal access to changing the rules. Raising the floor of society, raising what, this is not the context, but I'm stealing it, what Laura Danger calls the minimum standard of care that we express to each other, doesn't break the world. So we design our social systems knowing that there will be Lokis. There will be people who will exploit others no matter where the floor is. That might sound really radical, but it's basically exactly what the founding fathers who we deify and put on alabaster pedestals were thinking. Separation of powers is the most American concept that we have. Yet when it comes to separating economic power, we think of it as anathema. We think of it as socialism, unacceptable. It doesn't make any sense. It's not consistent. Democratic socialism doesn't break capitalism. It's the next step when there are mechanisms of accumulating wealth that simply didn't exist at the foundation of this country.